everyone, this is the Real Deal Sex Ed, and today I'll be going over the male and female parts. I'm only going to do, the basics. So for males, it's going to be pretty simple. We have the penis, and then we have the balls, which they have two. And then for the females, we have the outside lips, then we have the inside, then we go to the hood, which is over top of the clitoris, which is one of our fun places, and then underneath the clitoris is the urethra, which is where urine comes from. That hole is very, 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 very tiny, so no entry can go in that way, other than, probably catheter, things like that if you're in the hospital. After that, we have the vagina, and then the last hole we have is the anus. So the vagina, that is where intercourse happens, and that is where menstruation comes from when you have your monthly. So going into the vagina, the next part would be the cervix. Over top of the cervix would be the uterus. The uterus is where the embryo would implant on the wall. Well, the inner lining, I should say. Once the egg has been fertilized, and then we have the two fallopian tubes, which is where the egg travels through to get to the uterus. We have two fallopian tubes, and then over both fallopian tubes at the end we have the ovaries. So that'll give us two ovaries, two fallopian tubes. We have the one uterus, the cervix at the bottom of the uterus, and then we have the vagina. So I hope this will be very helpful to you guys. I thought this was a great thing to go over just as a general starting point, because I believe it had to be probably my sophomore year in college. I was taking a physiology class where we kind of went over the body, and the function, things like that. And one of the questions the teacher asked was, how many fallopian tubes do females have? And so one of my classmates at the time, it was a female actually, she raised her hand and she was like, we have one fallopian tube, one uterus, and then the vagina. And so everybody's looking like, that's not quite right. And she was looking very, very confused, and we're just like, that's incorrect information, unless, you have different issues and then you have to have some type of surgery or something. The parts that come initially, it would definitely be two fallopian tubes. So, the teacher, explained these things, and he also explained some reasons as to why someone would end up losing a fallopian tube and things like that. But to know that someone that was at least 20 years old and was participating in sex, she didn't have any idea of something that was actually in her body, how many she had. So I feel like this would be a great starting point for everybody to just know, okay, female, this is what you have, male, this is what you have. And it's also very helpful, when you actually are partaking in sex, if you haven't already, or if you have now, you have the background. So, men can know kind of where to focus or where to go, so they're not like, I think we're supposed to go here, I'm not sure, type of thing, and confusion. So again, my email is therealdealsexed@gmail.com. So if you have any questions, comments, or any topics that you want to be discussed, you can email me and I will try my best to answer you guys. I'll try to get those topics out there that you're looking for.